Alright guys, so we made it back from Atmore. Obviously you saw what happened. We've got some kind of weird gremlin, I think, that's carried over from the last race, and we didn't fix it apparently. So we got the car unloaded, and we just been in here kind of going over it and trying to figure out what the heck's going on. We're about to fire it up here in just a minute and see if we can get it to do the same problem, and then we can monitor exactly what's going on. I'll be checking individual cylinder temperatures, just checking each header tube, and then we're just going to try to watch the timing. One of you guys on the last video actually pointed out that it almost looked like there was spark jumping from the magneto housing itself over to the blower. And that kind of got us thinking, you know, like we're already kind of leaning towards an issue with that. I mean, that's how close that is there. So if there's a problem, you know, with that cap, and a lot of you guys may not be familiar, but this is a magneto, so it's not an electronic ignition, it's a point style, and these are super hot. They're made for blown alcohol and nitromethane applications, and that's kind of what you need. A lot of guys can run electronic ignition, but like I said, we're old school. These are cheap, and they're really simple, so it's kind of dumb that we're having an issue with it, because I mean there's literally not much to it at all. But and we went ahead and put a set of wires on it because we knew, I think back in October in Atmore, we knew we had an issue, and we thought maybe it was, you know, some of the valves or something like that or whatever. But so we went ahead and put a brand new set of MSD wires on it. The thing with those is they are still resistor wires, and with a magneto, the best way is to run a solid core wire, which instead of like a spiral core, which has a bit of resistance but also helps with electromagnetic fields and running electronics and stuff like that. The best way with a magneto is to run a solid core wire, so it's just a solid shot. You have no resistance or anything, and a lot of people run the resistor wires and get away with it, and it works fine. But just kind of as a precaution, we dug out these old solid core wires that we had on the small block Ford. They're Taylor. Like I said, obviously you know how long we ran the Ford, so that's all the running they have on them. So we're going to put these on there. If they'll fit, I believe they will. Just kind of looking at them, we cut them pretty long, and we've got a brand new called up Alky digger and ordered a brand new Joe Hunt coil. So we're going to replace the coil. We were digging out these old magneto coils, the ones that we knew were working. We're going to put one of those on there, but hey, we'll just put a brand new one on it. We wanted a good spare anyway, so we're going to crank this thing up just like it is, see if we can make it act funny. I got a feeling it's not, because it's going to be a pain in the butt, but you know, we're going to jump on that and see what happens.
how it gonna be any better.
All right, guys, so we couldn't make it act up like just sitting here running. We ran a whole tank of fuel through it pretty much, and everything looks good. All the cylinders appear to be hitting, just hitting them with the thermometer. And what do you think? You went over everything mechanically, right?
Yeah, I kind of went over everything mechanically. A little bit of a loss of it. I mean, first thing, it was just like running on the back 4 cylinders last time we was running at the track. And for my first thought was some of these nozzles getting stopped up. Took all the lines off, cleaned them, the nozzles looked fine. Checked the stagger on the nozzles, that's what I wanted. Cleaned the barrel valve, I leaked it down. So all that should be fine. All the fuel lines up here, the fuel filter's clean. Put a new O-ring in this thing the other day where it was leaking.
So we really kind of we feel like we might have carried over an issue from last October, because it was kind of acting the same way, and we thought it might have just been something else. We swapped that mag, so we're pretty confident that the mag is okay because the mag didn't change anything over there. But I mean, really, the only thing we're kind of suspicious of the fuel pump, but the fuel pump's been running on the car. It ran. That's the pump that we run the well into the 5s with. So I mean, I don't think anything is
mechanical. If the pump starts going bad, I think it should go away gradually. You may have to start ratcheting the motor up as the pump wears.
Yeah.
Over a period of time. But I mean, they're just not a whole lot in them to go bad. They're
right.
Just a mechanical pump, kind of like an oil pump.
So really, that's the only kind of question in the fuel system. So that kind of points us back towards ignition. This coil, I ohmed it out. You can ohm them, and it ohms out okay, but it did have a fall, like the little rubber thing rotted on it over the 2 years that the car sat, and it ended up falling. So that's a little bit of a question. And then the mag itself, which is supposed to be fresh, and we have run it before, and it does run, but
yeah, that was a fresh mag.
Yeah,
it had never been run since fresh enough.
But
kept it as a spare.
Yeah, but we're also a little bit questionable about it because it ran kind of weird back when we had the Ford motor. So I don't know. All right, guys, it's late at night up here at the shop, and we're just kind of gonna call it a wrap on this deal. So just to kind of recap what we did, we just fired it up, set the timing and everything sounds okay, which it did before, but got the brand new coil on. I rewired everything, brand new solid core wires, known working older magneto, new cap, new rotor, and let's see, I put a new set of plugs in it and all that good stuff. So I mean, that's what all we did. We went over the fuel system, flushed everything out, just double checked with some experts on as far as our plumbing setup. All that stuff should be good. I mean, it seems to be working fine. So anyway, and that's that. We just got to get it cleaned up, and it's been a busy week up here, so we're just trying to get everything sorted out and get the truck and the trailer ready, get everything cleaned up, get the car cleaned up, and get loaded up and ready to go. We're trying to get the Funny Car Chaos on Thursday evening, so we can get a good spot in there and get parked and just be able to chill for a while. So we're not actually going to run until Saturday. So we were loaded up, and we got Miss Fitt in the trailer, and hopefully we got everything fixed. Fingers crossed. And we're about to head to Texas. So be sure to stay tuned for the next episode, and we're all going to find out what happens, and if we got the problem ran down, and if we got her fixed, and maybe she'll run. Hopefully she'll run. I feel like we're due for a decent pass. So, but anyway, guys, we'll see you on the next one.